Hello students, welcome to the next part of the C programming. In this session we are going to see what is array as well as what exactly the representation technique for the array, how to initialize as well as how to declare the array. Let's look at the technical definition for the array. Array is D, it means it is the single dimensional. It is the derived data type obviously. So an array can be defined as a collection of elements of identically typed data items that are stored contiguously, means sequentially, in memory. Each array element shares the same name as the array name, but distinguishes itself from other elements in the array using a subscript or an index. So this kind of facility means storing multiple elements under the same heading or the same name. It is not possible if we go for the normal variable. It is possible only with the help of the array. Let's see how to represent the array. So this is how the array can be represented. The first part will say how to declare an array. So this is the declaration of an array. The data type indicates that integer means each element of this particular array whose name is a and size is 10. It means maximum 10 contiguous elements memory will be used for this particular array whose name is a. So while declaring an array, we need to take care for this. First should be the data type. Next should be the name of an array. The square bracket must be there. Starting square bracket and ending square bracket indicate for first pair. You can say this single pair indicates that it is the single dimensional array. In the bracket there is one figure that is 10. This value indicates maximum 10 elements this particular array can hold. This is how the elements are arranged in the memory. A of 0 to A of 9. So with the index actually it is mentioned as a 0 1 till 9. So in the memory they are arranged in a sequential manner. So let's see it for the character. So if it is a single dimensional character array, this is how. For the same name, let's say name. So this will be actually char name of. You can say total element, total 11 elements starting from name of 0 to name of 10. So slash 0 will be the null character, or it is also called as a terminating character in case of the single dimensional character array. Now let's see the next, how to initialize an array. A character array needs a string terminator, the null character, that is what earlier we have seen, as the last character, whereas the integer and float character arrays do not need a terminator. Okay. Now see here, if I just say one array or the string, this is also called as a string. So single dimensional character array, it means it is the string. So let's say char array 1, square bracket is empty. Since we are initializing it, one may put the values over here, but based on the how many exact characters it holds. So a r r a y, and at the last slash 0. If you are storing it with directly the string like this, in the double quote also you can mention it. The double quotes also it will be mentioned. Next is nothing but the days of. Okay, in the third initialization, we can observe here the name of array is days or the day of week. It is M for Monday, like this, T, W, T, F, S, S. So at the end, slash 0 is provided. Similarly, if it is of, let's say, the float type of variables, which we want to save in a sequential manner. So the data type will be changing. So this time it will be float. Next is values. Let's say this is what the name we want to give for that array. So these are the floating point values which we can store sequentially. Okay. So let's see how the addressing is done in case of the array. So this is what the array addressing. Let's assume that string. This is what the name for this particular we can say the single dimensional character array is provided. So string of 11, that is obviously the size, so 0 to 10. So at last, let's say terminating character is provided. Now if the base address or the starting address of this particular array is 100, means starting address or the address of the first element, that is a, is 100. If I want to derive, let's say, the address of character d, which is stored at the fourth location, 0 1 2 3, means it is first, second, third and fourth location. So how this particular address will be derived? Based on the data type. Since it is the character, for each character 1 byte will be required to store it. So this is how the further part can be explained. So to arrive at the address of the particular element, the compiler applies the following simple formula. This is what the simple formula. Starting address of the array. So in our case, starting address is nothing but 100 plus offset position. Offset position, it is 3, since we started from 0. So it is 3 into size of data type. So it is having the data type character. So obviously, since we are storing the character in it, so that's why it will require the 1 byte. So 3 into 1, that is 3. 100 plus 3, that will give 103. So address of element 4 will be 103. So that is what mentioned over here with the highlighted color. Next is two-dimensional array. How to go for the two-dimensional array? It is nothing but, in short, the matrix, where the row 0, column 0, like this will complete the row 0, means the first row, second row, third row. So in short, this is nothing but the 3 by 3 matrix. So in the memory, it will be stored like this, means first of all it will store the first row elements R0 C0 till R0 C2. Then it will proceed for storing the elements in the next row, like row 1 C0, R1 C0 till R1 C2. So R1 C0, R1 C1, R1 C2. Okay, actually it should have been C2. So like this, the next thing which it will point out, that is row 2 C0, row 2 C1 and row 2 C2. This is how it will be sequentially stored in a memory. So total 9 elements. Next we will see how to declare and initialize two-dimensional array. So this is how the declaration of two-dimensional array is done. To declare the two-dimensional array, we need to just follow these two brackets, starting brackets as well as the closing brackets, and obviously it must be the square brackets. So this is what the data type of this elements means, which kind of element you want to store under the heading, that is array. So 3 means it is 3 rows, and this second 3 indicates 3 elements or the 3 columns. So this is how 3 by 3 matrix actually we are going to prepare. So 3 by 3 means total 9 elements will be there. So that is what mentioned in the commented lines. Array have 9 elements starting at array of 0 0 till array of 2 2. Since we started from 0, that's why it will be ending up to 2 2. Next is, let's say if I want to initialize all the elements of this array to zeros, then I will proceed it like int array of 3 3 in the curly brackets 0 0 0. It should be separated by comma, since this is the first element. We can say row 0 column 0, this is row 0 column 1, row 0 column 2, like this will complete the first row. So once you complete the first row, end it with the semicolon, then the second row and the third row. Afterwards, just close the curly bracket and semicolon. This is how initialization can be done. Now let's see two-dimensional character array, how to initialize it. If let's say it is, since it is a two-dimensional character array, obviously the data type will be changing. It is the char. Let's say the name of an array is Team India 11 by 30, that is what the size. So this element indicates total strings this particular array will hold, and for each string maximum 30 characters will be there. So like this, we have prepared one team for cricket. So let's say this is the first string, that is Rohit Sharma. So likewise we can totally save 11 strings, and each string can carry maximum 30 characters. So these limits we can vary in accordance with the need. So this is all about the array. We will see the implementation very soon. Thank you everyone.